Alright guys, we made it to the track. This is Midwest Banger 5. It's a 2-day event, so we're actually doing a competition tonight. So hopefully we'll be able to drive the 2JZ E36 in its first ever competition. There's a little bit of prize money on the line, so it should be fun, as long as the car holds together. Of course, pulling into the trailer this morning, I knocked the bumper off, so I already have something to fix before we've even started driving. But that's no big deal. We'll get the bumper on, and then we'll go shred.
Like the tires are ice. They have no grip. Maybe once I get them a little warmer, they might trip up a little bit. We'll see. Barely even gave it fucking throttle and it just blew the tires off. The handbrake's kind of working. It's not the best, but it might do. Huh?
No, you did, motherfucker.
Nuh-uh. It's a one more time?
One more.
Shouldn't we be in the other?
Are you ready?
Definitely need more seat time in this car, get used to the shifter and just everything else.
Good driving, Cal. Wait for you, Zach.
Good job, dude.
Good driving. Good driving. Good fucking driving.
This is day 2 of Midwest Banger 5. Yesterday, which was Saturday, we did a competition. Got knocked out in the top 8, but it was still a lot of fun. I got a lot of seat time and learned a lot with the car. I think overall I just need more seat time in it to get used to the shifter and all of that. So we made it back from the track. Unfortunately, Sunday was a complete fail. The first lap out of the day, I had put some scrub tires on the car and the grip was pretty inconsistent, and so I ended up spinning out essentially. I just didn't have enough angle to avoid going off track, so I went off track and there was a bit of a dip there, and so the radiator ended up hitting the ground and it bent the bottom of the radiator, which caused the fan to connect with the radiator and put a hole in it. And so I tried to fix that. I threw some JB Weld on it, filled it back up, bled it, and then discovered I was having electrical problems. But Saturday was flawless. The car was an absolute ripper. I did a ton of laps, did the competition. I got a bye run in the top 32 because the Turbo Miata I was battling against ended up blowing up his diff, unfortunately. So I moved into the top 16, which I ended up getting a one more time, and then I took myself out by misshifting in both runs. But the car I was going against was actually a pretty fast car, and I was able to keep up with him really well. So the 2JZ is definitely working. It's definitely a huge improvement over the stock BMW engine that was in the car before. So now I just need to dial it in, fix some issues like with the front end. There's a bad shake in it. I think I need to rebuild the steering rack and also replace the front wheel bearings. And just a few other things that I'm going to refresh or try to upgrade in the off season. But the biggest thing is just going to be seat time in the car. The way it is now, plus I haven't driven it much in 2 years. I've only done one event so far, and before that I hadn't driven it in almost 2 years. So I just need to get back on track, get a bunch of seat time. But unfortunately, that's the last event of the year for me. So we're going to take the rest of the off season to really work on the car. Like I said, we'll fix those little minor things, and then we're gonna focus on aesthetics. So we're gonna paint the car, body kit maybe, or just some flares, we'll see, and add a few things to make it look way cooler. So, but before we do any of that, I'm going to figure out what this electrical issue is that I'm having. As I was pulling it out of the trailer, I had to put a battery charger on it to start it, and when I started it with the charger on it, it seemed normal, but then once I took the charger off, all of a sudden my gauges stopped working, or they were intermittent, and it just seemed like either something was drawing a lot of power or something else was wrong. So I metered the battery with the car running, and it was only showing about 8 volts, which is extremely low. I'm not even sure how it was running at that low of a voltage, but there's definitely a problem there, either the battery or the alternator most likely. So we're gonna do some troubleshooting on those two things in the next video, and probably fix the radiator, or at least get it ripped out. It's almost winter time, so I only have water in the car. I definitely need to make sure I get some coolant ran through it so that the water doesn't freeze and crack the block. So yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for this one. I'm super happy with how the car is doing. We fixed the issue with it shutting off, so we're only gonna go up from here. It's just gonna get better and better. Now that I know the car is actually drivable and can be somewhat reliable as long as I don't crash it or go off track, it's gonna be a heck of a lot of fun, so I'm pumped. Make sure you guys stay tuned for the next one. If you're not subscribed yet, make sure you do that, because we've got a lot of stuff coming in the future, whether it be this car or another build that's gonna be happening very soon. I'm super excited for that, and I hope you guys are too. Until next time.